Hey, I'm Josh from Vacuums R Us and Sewing 2 in Colorado, and today I'm going to talk to you about one of Riccar's newest products, the R27 CV. This is a full-performing, full-size, regular vacuum cleaner, but it is cordless. This is not Riccar's newest foray into cordless vacuum cleaners. They came out with the R10 CV about 6 years ago. That was one of their ultralights that they made cordless. It was initially intended for commercial use, and it was very successful when it was placed into households. And this is sort of an evolution of what they've learned with batteries, as far as battery life and longevity, and getting the most performance possible out of a battery-operated machine. So this is the powerhouse for the R27. This is where the battery is. It comes with a charger. You will plug the charging cable in here when you're not using the machine to keep it charged. The battery is removable, pops right out, so easy replacement in the future when you need to replace batteries. Like the R10 CV, if you push the button here, it will tell you what its current charge is. Super easy. This machine is built on the R25 platform. It's kind of an evolution of that. They came out with the R25 about 6 years ago, so it's a mature platform. It's well developed. This is a high filtration bag machine, which is pretty unique in the cordless world. Most cordless machines are lower filtration machines. They have very small canisters. This, like the R25 and also the R27 corded versions, uses a high filtration bag right up here. It's easy to take out. It has a little flap in here which will close when you open it up so dust doesn't go in your face. And this is a melt-blown polypropylene material. It's a great filtration material. It's actually the same type of material that N95 masks are made out of. This you'll dispose of. This is the primary filtration in the machine. You'll just be disposing of this when it fills up. And these fill up real tight. They fill up like a little brick. You're going to fit a lot more dirt in there than you think. If you're used to using, the lower filtration machines, Sharks and Dysons and stuff like that, you see in the canister in those, they kind of fluff up, whereas in a bag you'll get compression there. There is a charcoal filter down here which removes odor. That's what that is there for. So if you have pets, it'll keep your vacuum from stinking. And then your exhaust will go through a final HEPA filter as well. These get replaced every couple of years. It really depends on use. People ask all the time, how long is a filter going to last? How much dirt you got? It really just depends on use. It's like mileage on a vehicle. They have a crevice tool, for getting in corners. It also comes with a 2-in-1 brush. They've actually made these natural bristles longer on the new R27 than the old R25, and this will come off for upholstery cleaning. The hose is long. You've got really good reach on it, and then the wand will also extend, so you can clean above the floor, and then you can clean, cracks and crevices and stuff without bending over. And then the wand comes off, so you can put the hand tools directly onto the wand as well. Pretty basic, pretty straightforward stuff. Again, this is an evolution of a number of machines that Riccar has made for a number of years. So they've really been able to integrate a lot of stuff they've learned from a couple different products into this. So like the R25 and the new R27, this machine doesn't have carpet height adjustment. When they designed this platform, they wanted the machine to work over multiple different flooring types with minimal fuss. One consideration too was plush carpets and some of the thicker frisé, the denser, longer carpets that we're seeing are becoming common now. So what they did was they have very large wheels on the back. The weight of the machine essentially sets on these very large wheels, and by having a wider wheel, it doesn't sink into the carpet the same way that machines with smaller wheels would. And then the front essentially floats because there's very little weight up here. The majority of the weight is coming down the back column of the machine, and this allows it to get quite low on hard surfaces, short carpets, and then because there's not a ton of weight on the front, it doesn't dig into your thicker plush carpets. In keeping with a lot of their other designs, they choose to use a metal brush roll with replaceable strips. The strips that are in here that come standard are these soft carpet strips. And so again, that's great for if you do have plush carpets or you have more delicate carpets. These are a little bit gentler. They have it's not a squeegee, but it's kind of a soft felt strip back here, which is for use on bare floors so it doesn't kick stuff back. And this will help to sweep some of the very fine dust on bare floor as well. And then you have these little wheels, these little rotating wheels, which support the light weight that's on the front, and they rotate for easy maneuverability. That's pretty unique, actually. So next we'll get into how it works. And spoiler alert, it works like you would expect a Riccar to work. I've got a couple different materials here. It's called K-Pock. I'm sure you've seen it because you've fallen down the YouTube vacuum hole there and you've seen all these demos. That is simulated pet hair. And then this right here is simply pink sand. And this is handy because it's a very different type of debris, and there are machines that will clean one and not clean the other. So we'll do a quick comparison here. I've got just a random Dyson that we're going to look at the deep cleaning ability. So what I have here is just pink sand. It's heavy, tends to sink into carpet, and using a full power 12 amp corded machine, I think, is a really good example of how design is so important over amperage. So when I come up to this, you'll see the sand will start to move a little bit. You can actually see it actually went down. It jumped up a little bit. There we go. I move it just right. If I move it just right, I can get it to stand up for me a little bit. The majority of the weight is back here, and then this head is allowed to float, maintaining ideal contact with the surface. Now from 5 inches back, I've already got better cleaning. You can see the debris is starting to bounce out of the carpet, and when I get close to it, I let it sit there for a while. You'll see that it works its way to the front because of the airflow escaping from the front of the machine. You can see that stuff just crawl out of the carpet. Over here I got kind of a pile, and I'll put it right there, and you'll see it'll slowly disappear as it pulls it towards the machine from the airflow in the front of the machine. This is the importance of design. This is why a vacuum company like Riccar designing a vacuum is very different from a marketing company designing a product that the only thing they care about is how many they can sell in Walmart. When you first turn it on, it's going to be in low. The brush will be spinning in low. If you hit there's a button up on the handle, that will bring it into full power. That's really what I want to use on carpets. I really want to keep the machine on full power. That's where the big cleaning challenges are. And obviously did great on the faux pet hair. So similar to other Riccar machines, they have chosen to use a metal brush roller with replaceable brush strips. So these are a wear item. They rub on the carpet, they rub on your bare floor, however you're using it, and they will wear out eventually. The machines are intended to last a while, and so maintenance and ongoing service and repair is built into the design. And so on these, when your brushes wear out, these strips right here just get replaced. Another nice thing about using a metal roller is that the friction from the brushes causes heat, and a constant failure point on the disposable products I see sold in department stores is that the brush is plastic. The heat generates inside of it, and ultimately the brush will actually melt on the end points, and typically the companies don't even sell replacement brushes, so then the machine is disposed of. They get away from that by using the right material in the right place, in this case metal. So we're going to look at how this works on bare floor. Again, because your weight is back here and this front head sort of floats, you got a couple of rubberized wheels here. This is also rubberized to keep from scratching your floor. This gets very low to bare floor and is very effective on bare floor. So again, when I turn the machine on, it's going to turn on in low. The brush is rotating, but rotating slowly. I hit it one more time, it goes to high. I don't love it on high on bare floor because the brush spins so fast it tends to kick stuff around. One more push is going to leave my suction motor on, and it's going to turn the brush off entirely. And that's how I prefer to use it on bare floor, because it doesn't kick stuff around. And that's probably more crud than you have on your kitchen floor, but you know what, we're slobs here, so that's what we got. And it works great. That was a whole lot of heavier debris for it to pick up. I've tried it on pet hair as well. In real world scenarios, and it works quite well on that. The K-Pock doesn't shred up quite right to show you on a bare floor, and I don't have a dog here today, unfortunately, to show you real pet hair. So just trust me on that. So one of the things that's really exciting about this machine is that it does have a hose and tools on board. The previous ultralight model, the R10 CV, was just only for floor cleaning, no hoses on it. So this is kind of a big deal to finally have this as an option. So you can either attach your crevice tool to the wand, or you can remove the wand and attach it directly to the hose. Whee! So we're really excited to see this added not only to just Riccar's product line, but to the category as a whole. It's a really unique machine. It's got all the hoses on board. It uses high filtration bags. It has a long enough runtime to vacuum most people's homes in one full charge. It's really uniquely positioned. There's a lot of people where cordless is very important to them, some of them because of mobility issues, and there haven't been great options like this. We've had some stick backs, even some great stick backs from Riccar, but they don't necessarily perform great on a lot of the wall-to-wall carpets and the thicker carpets. So it's nice to finally have an option that has everything all in one unit for the individual who needs a full performing machine and does not want to deal with a cord. Your Riccar dealers are getting this now. By the time you see this video, probably most Riccar dealers will have it in store. So go to your Riccar dealer, check it out. You can also buy it at vacuumsrus.com. And you can give us a call. We can also do it over the phone and get it shipped to you. Shipping in the US is actually free. Like and follow for more.